crafting a $143 billion takeover. The market's clearly excited. That's the Unilever stock at this point in time, up by about 12%. But let's put these eye-popping numbers into some perspective. Kraft's $143 billion bid is in an 18% premium to Unilever's current market capitalization of $125 billion. Kraft Heinz is valued right now at about $111 billion. Here's another interesting fact. The Unilever stock has been rallying in trade even as we speak, though the company has shot down the bid from Kraft. Now, this could be because investors believe that Unilever may not be happy with the financial terms of the offer and, in fact, could be positioning itself for a better deal. Joining us now to discuss this is Sunil Alagh, former Managing Director of Britannia, and our very own Prashant Nair. Sunil, many thanks for joining us. What do you make of this audacious bid by Kraft? For now, Unilever saying, look, it undervalues the company. There's no strategic rationale. We're not interested. But under the British takeover laws, Kraft has up to a month. Do you believe that this is only the starting point of a negotiation?
Yeah, it generally is. The only thing, of course, that I can say is that, look, there's really no strategic tie-up in this because, as you mentioned earlier, Levers is fundamentally not a food company. And if Kraft is trying to make a bid for this, I can only surmise or I can try and guess that, look, they intend to break up the company. Even if Levers accepts it, they will take the food part and merge it to themselves, and then they will try and hive off the other part to anyone else that they find interesting, which is the standard practice right from the time when Henry Kravis tried to take over RJR Nabisco. They took the tobacco business out, and then they took the food business and kept it only in America, and the rest of it they sold to Danone. And, you know, so everyone has a strategy because this is a massive amount of money, and I'm sure even Kraft doesn't want to take such a load on itself. And for the next couple of years, their shareholders are not going to get a return, which is very easy. So, I mean, it is audacious, no doubt about it. But finally, money talks, and every time I've seen either a beer company bidding for someone else and everyone says it's ridiculous, and finally the shareholders get down and say, all right, they will work out deals and hope that you get the best value because they will also own part of the new company. Now, that's a tough one, huh? 143 billion. I mean, we heard of 25 billion, 50 billion. This is going into a ridiculously high level to even fund to take care. I'm sure they've got a plan to break up the company. That's the only way this can survive if it goes through.
You know, you preempted my question, and I'm just looking at a report that's been put out by Citi, and it has a buy recommendation on Unilever saying buy because Kraft is coming. And what Citi goes on to say is that there could be value in extracting costs out of the food business. But as far as the HPC business or the home and personal care business is concerned, it also believes, as you were saying, that perhaps at some point that could be divested off to other interested parties. So this really is perhaps about extracting value and synergy out of the foods business between Kraft and Unilever. But Unilever not that big in that side of the business anyway. So how would you make this work?
You know, look, the bigger brands are with Kraft. I mean, if you look at Kraft and Heinz, whether it's ketchup or whether it's any of the businesses that Levers in, I don't think Levers is a brand leader worldwide that Kraft is. So for them to remove a competitor which can be eliminated, then they have a great pricing scene. They'll have to look at monopolies in various countries. I mean, I think this is too much for a person of my level to even absorb because there will be monopoly restrictions. There will be a hive-off where I'm sure Kraft intends to make money when they'll hive off the rest. So they will fund their buyout through the profits that they make from the other. But this is all guesswork at this stage. And I think as it holds out, it'll be interesting to have a kind of a panel which discusses it together and get some views which are... but I've seen enough of this, and I think this is a very serious bid. It's possible that Lever people have never seen their shares go up as much as they will by the end. If it's 18% now, it could easily go up to 24% by the end of the month if money is the question. I mean, nobody makes a complete bid in the beginning. You know, they have something up the sleeve.
That's right.
Knowing that if financial stuff, that's how they'll tempt all the other shareholders. Huh? Even if the board says no,
absolutely,
they will have to go to the shareholders.
And that's right. And Unilever telling shareholders not to act on the offer that's been presented by Kraft Heinz. But Prashant, very quickly to you, we've seen the Unilever stock excited. It's up by about 12% but HUL, when we open for trade Monday morning.
Shireen, hi, good evening. And I want to take off from the point that Sunil made that Unilever shareholders might not have seen their stock go up like this. Well, I went back to the last time when the stock reacted the way it is doing right now, Unilever, but I'm talking about HUL. And that happened when the parent, Unilever, made a voluntary open offer. That was in June of 2013. The stock went from 450 rupees to 600 rupees. That is a 35% rise. So I can tell you that obviously it will depend on the global structure which is arrived at, but if it does come to a takeover and there is change of control, rules require that the parent, the acquirer, will have to make an offer, an open offer, good enough for shareholders here to tender. By the way, over the last 4 years, intermittently, we've heard speculation that, well, there could be another offer coming. Promoters hold about 67.5% in the local entity, HUL. So, I mean, I think on Monday morning, people are going to be excited. People are going to be piling onto this one in the hope that the parent will extract the offer it likes at the end of the day from Kraft.
Well, let's see how this pans out. But Sunil Alagh and Prashant Nair, thanks very much for joining us.